guys, sorry I look like crap. I just wanted to come on here real quick and say a couple of things. First off, I want to thank you guys so much for all the love and support you've shown towards the cat gram video that I posted a couple of weeks ago. I didn't think it would gain that much attention, and I honestly posted it as a simple conversation between my friend and I. But honestly, I'm glad that it gained the attention that it did. And before I forget, go watch TROYCETV's video on the same topic. I'll link that video in the description below. Because of clout, not because of views. I don't care about any of that. I just made my YouTube channel, so I wasn't expecting anything like that to blow up. But I'm glad that it gained attention because of the awareness that it brought to the issue at hand, to the long-standing issue at hand. This kind of stuff has been happening for years. There are so many shows that we've watched as kids and so many films that we've watched as kids growing up that we've never even realized had that racially insensitive content sprinkled in. I was going through and reading some of your comments, and there were a couple comments that I saw from Black women that said, wow, I'm so disappointed in myself that I never saw this sooner. I grew up watching TVD and I never even thought about the racist factor. Honestly, I didn't grow up watching TVD. I started watching it back in January of this year, actually. But a lot of my friends grew up watching TVD. And I'm sure I grew up watching television shows and films that had racially insensitive content. And although I'm not Black and I can't directly relate to that, I can relate to homophobic content. I am a part of the LGBTQ community, and I know for a fact that I've seen a lot of shows and a lot of films that have had homophobic comments and all that kind of stuff. And I've just pushed it to the side because I've been like, oh, well, you know what? My favorite actress is in this, so I'm gonna push that to the side and pretend like it never existed and just kind of brush it off my mind because, you know, it's fictional. It's fine. You know, movies and films are great because they're a way to take our minds off of the things that are stressing us out. They're like a little break for us from reality, and it's great. And I absolutely love that. And that's why I want to be a screenwriter in the future. And that's why I'm trying to be a screenwriter. However, Hollywood still continues to be like, okay, how far can I push until somebody realizes this is what I'm doing? But at the end of the day, Hollywood doesn't care about you as a person or you as an actor or you as a writer. They care about what's going to bring them income and what's going to bring them a lot of ratings and views. But you know what? With Gen Z especially, you guys now have the power to change and alter the direction that Hollywood goes in. If you guys don't like something, as a collective group, everybody can bind together as one and just rush to Hollywood, rush to that specific producer, rush to the showrunner and be like, hey, this is wrong, fix this. And if enough people do it, it'll change. Because at the end of the day, you are their ultimate consumer. Their job is to make you happy. And if you get pissed off and they don't fix it, then their job is over. And that's the beauty of social media. That's the beauty of coming together as one. I'm Caucasian, but I will always choose to educate myself on what's going on with the POC community, on what's going on with the Asian American hate crimes that are currently going on. Like, I will be 100% honest with you guys. If this was me 2, 3, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I would stay silent in times like this. To mention that it was because I didn't want to lose friends over it, so that's why I would stay silent. And that is the definition of privilege. That's the textbook definition of, if it doesn't affect me, why would I speak out on it? And I know you're probably thinking, wow, why would you even say that? You know people are going to come after you. Truthfully, it's because I'm learning and growing every single day. And I'm learning and growing with the power of social media. It's like I said, you guys have the power to change everything. The second I started seeing how certain minority groups were being treated and what the power of a phone camera can capture, it's like, wow. Like, I went from hearing about this kind of stuff in history books to seeing it visually. Next part cut out, but even though I'm not a part of the targeted minority groups, I still, as a decent human being, have the power to speak out against all types of injustice and hate crimes and bigotry and discrimination. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. As much as I encourage resources and I encourage any type of resource you have for me to get educated on this kind of stuff, ultimately, it's not your responsibility to educate me. I need to be able to put in the research, put in the time, put in the dedication to do all of this myself, because that's the least that I can do, like I said, as a decent human being. And with the privilege that I have, like I said, I'm a part of the LGBTQ community, but you will never see me being discriminated against. And why? Because I don't fit the stereotype and fit the typecast of a typical lesbian or bisexual woman, you know? I don't fit that stereotypical butch, tattooed, all that kind of stuff, muscular. And that's what Hollywood needs to stop doing. And I think with the new generation of creative artists and a new generation of writers, actors, and creatives in general, you guys will change that direction and you guys will eliminate typecasting for good. Because I think it's so messed up whenever I see a lesbian woman on screen and she has that butch hair and she has those tattoos and she is very manly. I'm like, oh no. Like, that is typecasting at its finest. And this brings me to a question that I have for all of you. Like I said, I'm trying to become a screenwriter and I'm doing everything in my power to apply for jobs, make it in the entertainment industry. But my question to you is if you're a specific ethnicity, if you're a specific race, if you're a specific part of the LGBTQ community, I want you to comment down below and let me know. If somebody were to write a character based off of your life and based off of what you look like, what your culture is, what would the most accurate depiction be? Because for me, I want to be able to incorporate more diversity in my scripts. I want to be able to be like, okay, here's a Black woman, here's an Afro-Latina, here's a Latinx woman, here's an Asian American, you know, here's an LGBTQ member, here's a member of the trans community. And I want to be able to include as much diversity and as much inclusion into my script as possible. But the thing is, I can go on Google and I can research and I can do all of this kind of stuff. But a lot of the information, especially coming from the internet, I'm sure you know, either be inaccurate or outdated. So I ask you guys, please comment down below. And if I were to write a script and include a character of your race, of your ethnicity, of your gender identity, of your sexual orientation, what would the most accurate depiction of you be? Now, with all of that being said, I am just one episode away from finishing the finale of the TVD series. So expect a reaction video coming very soon. It will be split up into a total of 3 videos just because it is a 42 minute, I don't know, 45 minute, whatever, episode. So I do have to split it into a couple of parts. But regardless, all 3 parts will be uploaded on the same day. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys again for all of your love and support. And be sure to subscribe and hit those post notifications. So that way, when I do post, I have no idea when that's going to be. I don't really have a consistent posting schedule at this point. But if you do turn on those post notifications, then you will be notified every time I do post a video. And also comment down below and let me know what kind of content you want to see from me in the near future. So with that being said, peace, love, and lots of happiness. Bye, guys.